Hi everybody, it's Mike Newman. It's Monday morning finish line. It's October 29th. It's the week of state meet. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Congratulations to all the runners, teams, and coaches that advanced to Peoria for this weekend. And congratulations to those of you that didn't, but congratulations on a great season. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about we'll talk about each of the sectionals. I'm not going to do an hour and a half. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to go long. We're going to talk about the meets, the sectional meets, and then we're going to go in and I'll give you an idea of what to look for this weekend. We'll go a little more in depth with previews later in the week, but we'll just give you an idea going into this weekend. And I brought a clipboard with me, so hopefully we do okay. So we're going to start with 3A. I was at Niles West. On the girls' side, Caitlin Hart, sets a course record, 16:39. She was under control. The split between her and Katie Hoey was a little bit closer, which means Caitlin was just holding back a little bit. And we'll see her do some special things this weekend at Detweiler. So Hart winning it. Nutra, what a great pack they had. About a 4 or 5 second split on their first four. They edged Wheaton Warrenville South 64-67. And Wheaton Warrenville South's not their best race of the weekend, but it's sectional race. They got through. That's the name of the game. So you had York third, Glenbard West. We had a few runners out last week. They brought back Audrey Allman, who was the team's 7th runner, but she's hardly run, in the last 6 weeks with a stress fracture. She's back. They didn't have Chloe Connolly in their lineup. And then Oak Park River Forest has 4 runners up there, need a 5th runner to get into the top 10 this weekend. On the boys' side, what a great finish. I will show that to you in a little while. Between Ethan Kern and Tommy Brady. Brady had the lead coming onto the track, and Ethan Kern got him with 100 meters to go. They were side by side coming into the finish line. I think it was 23 hundredths of a second. So, it was really close to the finish. Both running 14:37. Wheaton Warrenville South. Sean Mason, a little bit injured. Their coach, Chris Kuntz, said that the team, he's going to be okay for state on Saturday. But Wheaton Warrenville South, with him dropping back, 30th place as their 6th runner. Wheaton Warrenville South still had 3 runners up there. Their 4th and 5th runners are 21 and 22. They're going to be tough to beat. Glenbard West, York, those teams I'd keep an eye on for a trophy next week. And then you have Nutra, nice little pack, and Maine South making it out. Whitney Young missing by 13 points. At Hersey, at Hoffman Estates, Hersey did look good. 46 second split, I want to say, on 5. 3 in the top 5. Methner, I'm pretty sure, held back. Book was 4 seconds behind him. Eddie Lennon was in between. But Methner is going to be one of those runners to watch this weekend in the front. But Hersey looked good, 55 points easily. Destroy the competition over Mundelein and over... Did I write it down? I didn't write it down. Over Mundelein and Lake Zurich. Barrington was 3rd, and Rolling Meadows made it out for the first time. Congratulations to them. On the girls' side, Prospect, Nutra has a tight pack. Well, so does Prospect. I think it was like an 8-second split on 5 from 15 to 23. So they win over Barrington and Cary Grove, and Hersey makes it in, and Grant makes it in. Palatine and Fremd did not make it out of that sectional. And then Ali Nikovich of Grant, 16:30. And when Bussy Woods is dry and in good condition, that course is fast, and we saw why. Methner ran 14:42, or 14:42 on that. At Waubonsee Valley, a lot of good teams didn't make it out. It was a deep field. On the girls' side, Naperville North was Naperville North. 5 in the first 11, 49-second split, I want to say, winning easily over Batavia Schlenk. First 3 runners in the girls' race broke the course, Sarah Schmidt's course record, led by Katrina Schlenker at 16:47. So Batavia was a distant second, then Bennett Academy, then Hononegah, and then Oswego. Oswego didn't have their best race, yet they still make it out. On the boys' side, Thomas Chigales, 14:49, and Ian Geisler of Huntley, also 14:49. Second fastest time ever on the course, only behind Evan Yeager. On the boys' side, St. Charles East, a 35-second split on 5. Ahead of Neuqua Valley. Neuqua Valley did run 2 of their sophomores. Top 7 sophomores, you know who I'm talking about. And he wasn't in there, and Vincent Fong wasn't in there. So you had those teams. Huntley finally made it out 5th place, but it was so close for the 6th, 7th spot. Naperville North ran a great race. They were in. You had the top 3 of St. Charles East, Neuqua Valley. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be longer. At Quincy, Yorkville girls. It's going to be fun between the 3 teams, between Yorkville and Naperville North and Downers Grove South. Yorkville just easily 5 in the top 9, 21 points I want to say. Minooka I'd keep an eye on. They were second with 50. On the boys' side, O'Fallon, Edwardsville, U-High made it in. I told you guys that U-High would make it in. Minooka, and then Lockport by 8.6 points over Yorkville. Charlie Wetzel, the individual winner, ahead of Roland Prenzler and Max Hartman of Edwardsville. Don't know what happened with Andrew O'Keefe. He didn't make it in. I think he was the 8th qualifier, missed by 1 spot, so that's too bad for Andrew. At Marist, at Midlothian Meadows, Downers Grove South girls looked good. 29 points, 5 in the first 10. The pack was rocking, 46-second split. Lyons Township, I wouldn't count out either, 59 points. They were closer than I thought when I looked at the results. And then Brenna Cahoon of Downers Grove South, you can read her blog about this race on Wednesday on ilxctf.com. She pulled away at the end, wins by about 7 seconds over McKenna Revord of Hinsdale Central. Plainfield North made it in. Downers North made it in. I'm going up the standings. Then Hinsdale Central, Lyons, and then Downers Grove South. On the boys' side, Downers Grove South over Downers Grove North. Jack Roberts held back. Holding back, running 14:41. But Downers South, Downers North take the top 2 spots. South looked pretty good with their pack. Lyons was 3rd. No Jack Ehlert in their lineup. I'm guessing they were resting him. Owen Hayes was their number 1 runner. LT had a good pack through 4. Put Ehlert in there, and they're pretty good at the end there. Tyler Cushion, 14:30. And so you had Sandburg 4th, and you had Hinsdale Central 5th, and Plainfield South. Boy, do I feel bad for them. Finishes 6th in their sectional for the 3rd year in a row, and they missed by 3 points. One thing, there was a little bit of a controversy with one of the Lyon Township runners, Yokil Thorpe, collapsing at the finish line. And people were asking me about that on Sunday morning. I wasn't there, but my photographer was there, and you could see in the video he crossed over the line, and then they pulled him aside. But the one thing that should be pointed out here is, why is Marist holding a sectional if they only have a finish line? They're not using timing chips to determine the winners. They're using video at the finish, just video, to determine it. It took them an hour to figure out the boys' results because of this kid falling. They were determining, well, was he helped over the line? Was it blah, 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 blah? Should we have a cheese sandwich? I don't know. So it makes it a little interesting where they had a finish line and then you have a shoot. Nobody, 14 of the other 15 sectionals in the state didn't have a finish shoot, an old-fashioned finish shoot. And Marist had it. So why are they hosting a sectional? Why are they using the timing person, not a company, a person that's doing this and has to just rely on video to do this and taking longer. There were 6 official signatures, I think, on the results. Why 6? You just, every other results that I saw on the IHSA site only had 1 official signing. Why do you need 5 or 6? I don't know. Why are you using this? Here again, time and company, they don't want to cooperate with websites with sending out the results. The premise that he has is that we're invading the privacy of the runners and the coaches and so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. And the one thing is, if I didn't publish any of those results, I know I'm getting emails from parents and coaches why aren't the results on there. So I don't know why meets are still using this guy. Been wanting to say that for a while, but after Saturday, with the fiasco that they had at Marist in the boys race, forget it. 2A, Belvedere North, 5 in the first 35. They have good first 3 up there. Vernon Hills. 5 in the first 25. Their first runner was behind the first 3 by Belvedere North, and they've got to get their pack up there with Sidney Elder, who is Belvedere North's 3rd runner. Prairie Ridge, Crystal Lake Central, Grace Lake Central makes it out. Belvedere North won by 30. It's still close next week. It's stayed between those 5 teams. Brooke Strommel's in 17:05. Jeez, she's ready to go. On the boys' side, Dixon and Grady. Grady ran 15:03, wins easily in that race. Dixon wins with Sycamore. Crystal Lake Central. They always run graded sectionals in the state. Lakes and Lake Forest. And I feel bad for Rockford Christian. If they did, the silly IHSA success factor, here we go again with that. Rockford Christian misses by 8 points, and they're not going to give any excuses. But consider this: if they were in 1A like they were the last year and the year before and the year before that, they would have been one of the favorites, definitely, in 1A. But that's beside the point right now. Decatur MacArthur, Chatham Glenwood found their groove in the boys' race. 56-second split on 5. 3 guys up there. Their pack is tighter through 4 than it had been the last 2 weeks. They look good. Ahead of good distance ahead of Springfield and Centralia, Carbondale, and Danville, who's been up and down all year. I know they didn't run all their top 7 at in the regional meet, but they came back. They get 5th. They found a way to make it in. On the girls' side, Chatham Glenwood. Easily. Top 5 team? Maybe. We'll see. Jenna Schwartz, she's ready to go. Wins by 75 seconds, running 17:24, something like that. 2A girls race is going to be fantastic on Saturday. At Burlington Central, or at Canelan, Burlington Central. Can you imagine if they were still in that Woodstock North sectional? I think they still would have made it in. But Burlington Central scores 42 points, easily wins it. Wheaton Academy missed by a few points, but St. Francis was in there. And Caneland, among others. And Leanna Sertz wins easily in that race. On the boys' side, Canelan by 6 over Bennett Academy. Daniel Chen outkicks Anthony Farmer for the individual win. At Fenton, St. Viator 88, Solorio Academy 89. Ethan Breen and Adnan Hernandez at Solorio came in together at 15:40. Breen winning it by 0.2 of a second. On the girls' side, Latin over St. Viator 31-49. 1-2 finish for Ava Perek and Marianne Mijas. They had 3 in the top 6, and that kind of clinched it for them. In 1A, Tolona Unity looks like ready to go. Winning that easily by about 50 points over St. Joseph Ogden. I thought it'd be a little bit closer, but Lydia Roller looking fantastic. Wins by 25 seconds over Fran Hendrickson. Roller against Argo at State will be fun to watch. Okay, it's 15 minutes in. Got 15 minutes to go. On the boys' side, Monticello looks good. I think they challenge Clifton Central for the team title. Garrett Dixon winning it by 10 seconds over Negus Bogard. Robinson Urbana University made it on the girls' side also, Marshall and Toledo Cumberland. At Elmwood is coming on strong at the end of the year, like they should be, like they always do. And they won 5 in the first 21, 26 seconds split. Leland Summer over Miles Shepard, freshman from Hamilton, Warsaw. And Shepard's a guy to watch in the future and maybe on Saturday too. Eureka, Emma Argo, Alexi Fogo, 1-3. 23-second win for Argo over Robbins. Eureka wins easily there. At Benton, Freeburg, Father McGivney makes it for the first time. Cree Stump wins by about 26 sevens. Justin Mumford, who's out most of the year with an injury, he's back. So watch for him up front. He looks like he's getting better with every race. But Stump won by about 15, 16 seconds. He's going to be a surprise. Not a surprise, but he'll be up there on Saturday. And then DuQuoin, Freeburg, Pinckneyville, 1-2-3. Amelia McLean looking great, winning by close to a minute. She's going to be another runner to watch up there. At Oregon, Rock Falls sweeps boys and girls by 14 points in the girls' race over Winnebago, with Carly Hay winning by 2 seconds over Winnebago's Natalia Martino. And Christopher Collette wins by about 30 seconds over Dawson Smith. Rock Falls won by about 10 points over Pontiac and Seneca. Aurora Central Catholic in both of the team races, and the boys and girls missed, finishing 6th, and both are missing by like single-digit points. And then at Lisle, Clifton Central 5 in the first 16. Isaiah Ditta winning it. Schnedberg 3rd. 5 in the 16, 61-second split. They're going. I think in the 1A race it's so up for grabs. Elmwood is coming on, and that's what would scare Clifton Central and Monticello right now, the way that Elmwood is running. On the girls' side, Herscher over IC Catholic Prep, and IC makes it to state for the first time in the program's history. Consider this, they only had a few runners on their team last year. They have 7 runners now that did the trick and they made it in. The boys' side, 6, Herscher and Herscher made it on the 6th. There were 6 teams that made it out of there. And Julia Walke on the girls' side wins individually by about 10-15 seconds over IC Prep's Kennedy Calcagno. So watch the finish. This was a close finish at Niles West, close to finish, and then, or watch, jeez, my mind is going 10,000 million miles an hour. Watch the finish of this race, and then we'll get back and we're going to talk about each of the races at the state meet.
Come on, Max!
And here comes Kern, here comes Brady. And it's Kern at 37, Brady at 37 also.
Okay, wasn't that close. 3A, team-wise, on the boys. Wheaton Warrenville South, still the team to beat. But you have so many teams up there. 8, 9 teams that could get a trophy? Yeah, I'd say about 8 teams right now. You got to throw Downers Grove North in there too. But you have Hersey, you have Glenbard West, you have York, you have Downers South, you have LT, you have Downers North, you have Neuqua Valley, you have St. Charles East, of course, and then you have Oswego East. So you have a lot of teams in there. Individually, I think it's still wide open. You have Methner, you have Shogalis, you have Kiesler, who ran a good race. You have Brady, and you have Kern, and you have Charlie Wetzel could be up in the top 10, and you have, I think that's it. It's going to be close. It's really going to be close. On the girls' side, jeez. Wow. Naperville North, Yorkville, 2 of the top 5 teams in the nation, and they're going to show why on Saturday. Downers Grove South is peaking at the right time. I would watch out for them. And then, jeez, give me a break. Here again, anybody could get a trophy here. Not anybody, but like 7 or 8 teams. Wheaton, Warrenville, South, and New Trier, and Lyons Township, and Minooka. Minooka running great at the right time. They ran a good race. And maybe Prospect. Pack needs to move up a little bit for Prospect. In the individual race, and we talked a little bit about Caitlin Hart running and what she ran last week. 16:08. She held back this week. I think she could get the course record. 15:50, 15:49. It's going to be close, but I think she gets the record. And then you have Schlenker in there. You have the freshman. You have Ali Nikovich. You have Katrina Schlenker. You have Sam Poglish, a sophomore. You have Katie Hoey, a senior. You have Fatima Garon of Round Lake, who ran 16:35. She's going to be in there. She's a senior. You have Alex Morris. I mean, and the list goes on. It's going to Brenna Cahoon. And the list goes on. It's going to be a great individual race. And 2A, Chatham Glenwood is the team to beat. At East Peoria, you had Metamora over Bloomington and Washington. So those 3 teams are in the hunt. Chatham Glenwood isn't a lock, but they're the favorite coming in there. And you have those 3 teams. You have Bennett Academy. You have Caneland. And you have Dixon. So I mean, there's 6, 7 teams that could win that race. Individually, I think Matthias Powell. I mean, he's running great right now. Nick Dowd, but I think Powell, he won't have his teammates with him. Muhammad Seymour missed, the defending champions missed qualifying. They were 6th in their sectional at East Peoria. So we'll see. On the girls' side in 2A, the individual race, it comes down to 4 runners. It comes down to Aspen Gordon of Morton, who won by about 30 seconds at East Peoria. It comes down to Brooke Stromslin, who looked fantastic at Woodstock North. You have Leanna Sertz of Rosary, who will be in the hunt. She's run 17:02 at Detweiler. Who's the other runner? Jenna Schwartz, the defending champion. How can we forget her? But Jenna Schwartz winning by a load, but she'll be in there too. So I think we have 4 individuals up front and then everybody else fighting for the spots. And then in the team race, it's Belvedere North, Vernon Hills. Belvedere North has the edge, especially after winning last week. Vernon Hills will come back. Their pack will be a little bit closer. Prairie Ridge is an interesting team. Muhammad Seymour and Normal University only separated by 5 points at East Peoria. They're going to be a team. Both teams are going to be a team to watch for. Chatham Glenwood, maybe. Burlington Central only scoring 42 points. They're a team to keep an eye on too. 1A boys, we talked a little bit about it, but with the way that Elmwood is coming in strong, they're the defending 1A champions. I think Clifton Central has been the #1 team ever since they beat Monticello the first week of the year, but Monticello is coming on strong, so all 3 teams need to have their A races on Saturday to win it, but I see those 3 teams as the ones to beat. Stanford Olympia, maybe. Pack needs to move up a little bit, but they have a nice pack too. On the girls' side, Tolono Unity looks really good, but they have not faced Eureka this year. Eureka hasn't faced Tolono Unity. So it's going to be close, and the individual race is going to be close. I think Lydia Roller, Fran Hendrickson, Emma Argo, the defending champion, Amelia McLean. Those are 4 of the runners that I would watch in that race. And so Tolono Unity and Eureka, but I think it comes down to those 2 teams in the girls' race. But I will elaborate a lot more in the previews that come out later this week, and we have some other stuff planned for you also as well. One last thing before I see you guys on Friday at State. So this not a lot of people have this. It's a team state championship medal, which probably meant a lot to me because we went through so much, and not a lot of people get a chance, not given that medal, earning that medal. And so you're going to see a lot of teams up there that some will be crying afterwards because they missed their goal, and some will be on the moon because of that. It's something that boy, this ribbon is getting old. It's 40 years old. But it's something that everybody works for every year. You want this hanging around your neck at the end of the year. Last time it was hanging around my neck was 40 years ago. I haven't put it on since. I look at it and it motivates me sometimes. And then this was this was the medal that I got my senior year. It was the runner-up medal, which I mean, we lost by 2 points 1 second there, and that was hard to grasp for a little while. But looking at it, we scored 65 points. No other second-place team in 3A or in the big classes scored that low and gotten second. We had a special group of guys there. The one thing that I'm probably trying to say here is just, you know, it's time, and you're going to realize your dreams. I say that a lot. It's a nice phrase to use, but it's time that you're going to realize your dreams on Saturday. But enjoy the moments. Enjoy, you know, keep that locked up, and maybe someday you go back and write about it, like I have. But just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the atmosphere. Yeah, I remember everything about my junior year and senior year races at state. And I mean, I could walk you through step by step. Even my senior year when we got second. But you remember every little step and what happened after, and the awards and all that other stuff. So just remember that, and remember the bond that you have with your teammates, because that's something that is going to stick with you for the rest of your lives. It's a special bond when you have great teammates. And I was lucky at York, and I was really lucky at North Central to be in championship programs and to be surrounded by great teammates that I still call friends. And that's what it's all about. So before I break up, have a great week. And we'll see you at state, and we'll see what happens. And keep checking ilxctf.com, and we'll see what we can get for you. So we'll talk about state next Monday, and until the next time we talk, it's Mike Newman from Monday Morning Finish Line. Have a great week. See you at Detweiler. Bye.
You stand my ground, and I won't back down.